last day off, so I'm starting work tomorrow, picking up a motor grader, taking it to Toledo, and then it's deadhead to Michigan, and bringing a small cat excavator back to Niagara Falls. And I stopped by today now, just making sure the truck starts. And this is what it looks like after that trip to Sudbury. Awful. I'm definitely washing it tomorrow before I pick up the load. Beautiful. I'm probably gonna lose the step when I install the fender, unless they can bolt it to here and make it kind of short, because I know they use the frame bolts to mount that you know, the bar that holds the fender, so it would be actually cool if they can do that. But it definitely will need some custom you see how here it's using one of the bolts in there to hold this useless piece of engineering. And look at this. Isn't it beautiful? That's what, and actually it's melting. It's like -7 now, and it's melting, you know? Look at this. Like, I cannot operate this, you know? I'll be ashamed to shop at the shipper like this. And I called the Blue Beacon truck wash in Woodstock. I said, you know, are you open? Like, how early do you open? Look at my tarps. I wanted to move them to my pickup truck. I said, forget it. I'm not touching this. But I'm picking up a motor grader, so the front axle will have to come and be positioned somewhere here. And look at this. See, that's what happens when your wheels are open. And there was salt on the road, right? And that's what it flies like this. No, I promise. Tomorrow, yeah, I'm gonna get up like at 4:30, leave this parking at 5, and be in Woodstock at like 5:30, 5:45. And I'm gonna do a quick wash. It'll probably take them at least half an hour. And then, because my pickup appointment in London is 8 o'clock, and London is only half an hour away from Woodstock in the same direction. What else I did today? Spent a couple of hours in my favorite coffee shop, you know, doing research on all those fenders and toys for the truck, reading email, checking comments on my YouTube channel. And I went to my favorite Zoop.com, Z-O-U-P or Z-O-U-P. I love these guys now. That's my favorite lunch option. Had some North Indian lentil soup and some rustic vegetable bean soup. That's all I do. Just buy one 16-ounce bowl of soup and an 8-ounce bowl of that rustic vegetable thing. That's my lunch. Now we'll have something Indian for the supper, for the dinner. And picked up my laundry. And I found a nice laundry. I use them all the time. I just leave them my stuff, you know. They charge me like 16-20 bucks. I don't have to sit there. And that includes all the detergent and, you know. And that lady, she's always so sad. And I went to pick up this stuff, my stuff today. And I see she's teaching her son to work with a debit machine. And now she feels she looks a bit merrier. Because that poor woman, she's stuck there. And they always open, which of course is great for me, the customer. Like Sunday, you know, holidays, any day of the week, I can stop by, drop my, you know, dirty laundry, and be gone. And that woman, she's always so sad. Yes, what's your name, sir? What's your phone number? You know, why doesn't she become a truck driver? You know, forget that laundry. You get to travel, you get to see places, you know. You get to nice people. Speaking about meeting people, I was at this fifth wheel truck stop in Milton, Ontario, getting some fuel. I almost died there, you know, like you gotta stand there and hold the, you know, the hose unbelievable. It was so cold, and then some guy starts waving at me, you know, like, she was, come here, and I was trying to turn around because I was at the wrong pump. Turns out the fuel card I have only works at 2 pumps, and of course I was not at any one of them, so I had to back out. There's traffic in the back, I cannot see anything, and then all of a sudden this guy starts waving, come here. I say, wait, I'm going there, and he shows big thumb. Okay, so then I get to my correct pump, I start fueling, and this guy comes over, and when he's close I can see he's just a kid, like, you know, 15, 16 years old. Oh, I watch your YouTube channel. I said, hey, thanks for watching. So we shake hands, and he was there with his dad. Just, you know, this was Sunday or Saturday I think, yeah, Saturday. He was just with his dad in the International 9400. He says just killing some time during the weekend, you know. So maybe we'll get another trucker in our midst, thanks to my channel. Sorry, kid. And what else did I do? Oh, and I decided to move my dash cam, because that's 520. You know, it's too quiet, the audio, right? I cannot do that 400 thing, you know, because I have to take each clip after I download or rather upload the movie file into my computer. I have to go and manually increase the volume in each clip to 400%. That's like the maximum that iMovie allows on my Mac computer. And sometimes I have like 10, 15, 20 clips, you know, because I do like short, you know, a scene on the road, and I show loading, unloading. And, you know, if it's a 15-20 minute movie, I have to sit there, you know, and other people are drinking beer, you know, having fun at a party, and Uncle Serge is sitting there increasing volume to 400%. So forget it. So now I moved it here. It's somewhere back. Yeah, so this one goes back. I actually put it on Kijiji, you know. Let's make some money. I put it on Kijiji. Make me an offer. Selling this one that I got for free. You know, it's not my fault that it's not working, right? What am I supposed to do? I honestly wanted to use it because this one has a better screen. I don't know what good that 2K resolution is. Like, what are you gonna do with it? You know, like a 1080p file is already, you need a pickup truck to carry it around, you know. But actually now we're recording in 1080p because I'm not moving. And actually one thing I learned about all these formats is that you can get away with a rather slow bit rate, because that's what actually determines the size of the file you're uploading, not the resolution. 480, 360, that's BS. But what really counts is the bit rate you choose, and you can play with that, you know, when you make your movie. So I was doing research, and I found that actually when a like TV model like this, a talking head, all you need is maybe 1000 you know, kbits per second, megabit per second. But if you have a slow movement, you need 2 megabits per second. And if you like, I'm driving and I want to show the scenery, you know, like high speed, it has to be at least 3, you know, 3 megabits per second. And then of course, depending on that, you can choose the resolution. Like if it's 3 megabits per second, hey, you can do 1080p. If it's 2 or 2.5, you can do 720, you know, because other 1080 would look a bit weird. So I moved the 330 into my truck, hooked it up to the windshield, and it fell off because the window is cold. And I checked my, yeah, so I'm getting ready the truck for tomorrow, right? So brought my laundry, moved the cam, switched cams, and checked my oil. And the oil was a bit still good, like still, but there was a gap between the maximum mark and the, you know, the normal. So I decided to add a little bit, and I forgot that. And I see I have a can. I carry a, you know, can of that oil, and I put the oil, and something doesn't feel right, you know. And then I remembered that for the truck I'm using Shell Rotella T6, and for the pickup truck, like for the big truck, I'm using Rotella, and for this truck I'm using Quaker State, this one. Oops, sorry, where did we go? I'm using this Quaker State. Sorry, the camera is on top of my dash here in the pickup truck. So I'm using this one, and by mistake I put this one in my truck, almost a gallon. So now the truck is gonna, you know, send me a message. Dear Uncle Sergey, this was a warning. Don't do it again. This is 5W30. The Relativity 6 is 5W40. So basically what that means, it's still good for winter. It's still 5W40, the last number, that's just for the summer, right? Or when the oil is hot. No harm, no foul. Anyway, and today is a holiday. Oh, and I added the most important thing is not even the oil for this truck, but this thing, windshield washer. Why? Because if you don't have it, that thing emits the same weird alarm. You probably heard it a couple of times. Like, it's so annoying. Windshield washer low. Oh, my right door is open. Oh, now it's closed. So windshield wash level is low, and it starts beeping like crazy. Why can't I just have a, you know, verbal warning on the screen? And I asked the dealer, they said no, you can unplug the wire from the speaker, or basically demolish the speaker, but it's coming from somewhere behind the dash, you know. So that's why the first, now it gives you another incentive to do a proper, you know, circle check. So now I make sure I have a spare jug, but actually now I wanted to buy some, but today is a family day in Canada, so all the big retail stores are closed. Walmart is closed, you know, Zehrs grocery is closed. That's why I buy it at the big chain store like Walmart or Zehrs, because it's much cheaper than buying them at the gas station or truck store. But now the reservoir is full, oil is good. And the truck, actually, it's still -7 now, but it was sitting, what, since Saturday afternoon, and it had difficulty starting, you know. So it's a good thing that I decided to, now it's what, 2:45 p.m. So I'm just gonna bring the temperature up to, like, you know, 170 Fahrenheit, normal running temperature, then shut down, and then be here first thing tomorrow and start trucking. Now the good thing about these two loads that I'm doing is that they're all legal, so no need to put up signs, flags, you know, watch curfews. They're pretty small. So the Cat is small and the motor grader is small. And funny thing is that the Cat, someone bought it in the States, a used Caterpillar excavator, and is going to a trucking school. A trucking school decided to buy an excavator. I guess they ran out of trucks, or maybe they're just, you know, starting a course, heavy equipment operator. So I told my friend, I said, maybe we should do this, you know, just get a couple of used pieces of equipment and start a school. And he says a couple of his buddies opened the trucking schools, and he says they all went out of business, and only one is still remaining out of his friends' schools. But he says it's on the edge of bankruptcy. Oh boy, nobody wants to be a trucker.